It is nothing more interesting than plucking your own eggplants in your own garden. It gives you a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment. Hello everyone, I welcome you to my eggplant patch. Welcome to Student Advisor, and it's another episode in our new gardening series. Today we are going to talk about eggplants. Growing eggplants is not that hard if you do it in the right manner and with the right potting mix and the container size. So you can grow it in containers, and I like to grow my eggplants in bags, in grow bags. That's a minimum of 1 foot high, and you can even grow in a bit lower than 1 foot. But if the more deeper the container, they got tap roots, so the tap roots should go inside the container. So if the container or the grow bag is too high, the more high and strong the plants become. So I would always recommend growing eggplants in higher containers or in the ground if you have a loose, proper, nutrition balanced soil. Tip number 1, eggplants can be grown through seeds or by seedlings. So I would always recommend to get your own seeds of eggplant. You can buy it from your Home Depot or your garden store, and then better sow in your seedling tray and then start by seeds. Let me show you my seedling tray. Use a good soft medium with water retention. So I would always recommend cocoa peat, coconut coir, so it will give a loose surface for the seeds to germinate and to sprout out. That will also retain more moisture. Tip number 2, always top up your eggplants when they are at least 1 foot height. Let me show you a top up plant. So the growth hormones in the plant is always going straight up, so it'll concentrate on having, you will get a tiny plant stem like peppers. So when the plant is at least 1 foot high, better to top out the top 2 or 3 leaves, so it will branch out and you'll get a big bushy plant with more fruits. So more the leaf, more the branches, more the fruits. Let me show you. This is a plant which I had topped out here. See, I have topped it from here, so I just took off a branch when it was very younger, so it has branched out here. And nicely you can see there are buds as well, and the branches, and the eggplant is so bushy. Even these are the same. The more the bushes, more the leaves, more eggplants you get, more flowers. Tip number 3, fertilizing. So eggplants, they require a balanced fertilizer. So I would always recommend to start your seedlings with a 20-20-20 organic fertilizer. So I would recommend always cow manure, blood meal or bone meal as well. And you must make a mix of cow manure. You can use chicken manure or maybe steer manure with bone meal and a bit of blood meal as well to increase the nitrogen. Have always a balanced organic fertilizer. And if you go for chemical organizer, I would always recommend you grow more. That's a chemical organizer. But if you're going 100% organic, I would never recommend using chemical fertilizer. But I like to grow my plants organically. So if you really want to go for chemical fertilizer, you can always go for a 20-20-20 or maybe a 10-10-10. The 3 letters in a fertilizer for beginners, that's nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, NPK. So for eggplants, you must go in a balanced fertilizer until the first or 2 months, and later when they start blooming, better go for a higher potassium fertilizer. That's like you can use banana peel if you're an organic gardener, or you can use, if you're a chemical gardener, you can buy K44, that's 44 of potassium and maybe 12 in the nitrates, and you get a nice plant like this. Now these are in the growing stage. You can see, like I explained in the previous second tip, I had top up the top leaves, so you can see the branch outs here and the way it's branching out. Tip number 4, always pluck off the flower buds in young seedlings. You know, when the plant gets stressed, what they do is they think about their next generation, and they always produce new buds. Say, I will show you an example. This applies for all plants. So I will show you one example which has happened to my bell pepper plants. Now you can see in this bell pepper, the plant has a lot of pest attacks here. So a lot of snails and slugs which has been attacking them. I tried all the way. I'm doing my plants organically, so I just use only neem oil and some other organic solutions, which I'll make some new videos about them. But this plant was stressed out so much, so it is now stressed out, and it thinks about its new generation. So you can see it has produced a lot of flower buds here. So what will happen is this plant wants to create its new generation and just die off. So this plant will never support a fruit which is so big, a bell pepper. So what I should do here is I will slowly remove these buds off. So when I remove these buds, what happens is the plant will stimulate new growth and the plant will go higher and produce new branches. The same applies for eggplant. Tip number 5. So when you talk about eggplants, they get a lot of pest attacks, especially from whiteflies, aphids, and slugs and snails as well. So the best thing is you better use some neem oil. Neem oil is the best organic solution which I have seen. So you can see even in my plants, they got a lot of pest attacks. What I do is I apply neem oil, I spray them top of the leaf and the bottom leaves individually, concentrating on all the plants and even to the fruits, because you get cabbage worms as well. So for cabbage worms, I would always recommend BT spray. BT spray is an organic spray. It's a bacteria form which disturbs the digestive system of the cabbage worms and other worms. So always you better apply neem oil or some other organic solutions. Guys, I'll be doing some new videos about organic solutions which you can apply to your plants. Hope you enjoyed our videos, guys, and do subscribe our channel and cultivate that like button there. And I'll be releasing new videos about gardening, and please subscribe to the channel, bring the bell notification next to be alert with us. Thank you. Sunil Advisor taking off.